Picture it, you have finally found the one, that home that checks every box, and now it's time to make an offer. But how do you know how much to pay? Oh my gosh. I'm Realtor Emily Cressey with Keller Williams Greater Seattle, and today I will walk you through 3 key factors that will help you craft a smart, data-driven offer instead of just taking a wild guess. Number 1 is to start with the comps. Before you decide on a price, you need solid, up-to-date information. This means looking at recent comparable sales of homes of a similar size, age, and condition, and location, right? If there are views or anything, you got to take that into account. And you want something that's sold recently, ideally within the last 6 months, could be 60, 90 days, depending on how fast the home market is moving. So you want to look at these, and then your agent should pull them together for you so you can see the list and the final sales prices, and that will give you a realistic range of what other buyers before you have recently paid for homes like the one that you're looking at. So you got to forget the data from a year ago. If the market is moving quickly, that is very outdated. You have to go with something recent if the market is moving quickly. Number 2, let's take a look at the days on market and any recent price drops. You got to take a look at that data to know how long the home has been listed and whether the seller has changed anything about the listing during that time. For example, a newly listed property that's been on the market for just a few days might still attract multiple offers and get bid up above the asking price. In contrast, a home that's been listed for weeks or months without a price drop could signal an opportunity for some negotiating. It's an indication that they might be overpriced and you got to come in lower. So in one situation, you're overbidding, and one, you're underbidding their asking price in order to be competitive and pay the market price. So you need to take a look at that data and see how it compares to what else is happening in the market at that time. And number 3 is to gauge the competition and the showings. So you got to get a handle on how much interest the home is generating. Your agent should call and grill the seller's agent to find out how much background information on the situation they can get, and find out the seller's motivation as much as possible. So has the listing agent mentioned multiple showings are scheduled? Have they mentioned that multiple offers are coming in? Have they mentioned that no offers have come in and the seller really wants to sell? Right? That can affect what type of offer you make. So you may find you need to come in strong and consider using an escalation clause to beat out other offers and stay competitive. Or if the home's been quiet with fewer showings, the seller's very motivated, you might have a better chance to negotiate the price down or ask them to cover closing costs, buy down your mortgage, delay your closing, wait till you sell your other house, those types of things. So you have to understand how much leverage and control you really have based on what other options the seller has. Are you the only player in the game, or are you one of many? And where does this information come from? Ideally from your agent. Again, your agent should be grilling the other party in a friendly, hot type of way, right? Like you need to get in there and ask the hard questions and see what they're willing to reveal so that you can decide how that affects your strategy. Number 4 here, next tip, is looking at market timing and trends. So do not overlook the season that you're in and the broader real estate market patterns. I report on this every month it's partly for my accountability and partly for your education to stay up to date on what's happening. The interest that a home might have in December when everyone is at home eating fudge and eggnog might be very different from the same house at the same price in February when the buyers have come out onto the market and the sellers are still not listing a lot of homes. In many Seattle area neighborhoods, values trend upward in the spring. Competition heats up, more buyers are like, oh, it's spring, love is in the air. They're going out to look for their house. So this is when we often see homes selling quickly and oftentimes above asking price. It's also when the best sellers bring their homes to market. So they might have a beautiful mansion and they go, we're ready to move in November, but they might wait. They can afford to leave it vacant for 4 months so that they can introduce the property in February, March, April, May, when it's going to really look its best. The yard is good. The buyers are out. The birds are singing, right? This is the tone. And we've seen prices going up over the last couple months. So we have stronger comps to support stronger prices. If you're trying to get the best home and you're willing to be competitive and you want that one ideal home that you've had your eye on, it might make sense to wait and be a buyer in the spring. On the other hand, if you're a first-time home buyer, you want to get a deal, you don't have a lot of extra money to throw around, maybe you're house hunting in November and December when there aren't as many people out there looking, there's not as much buyer competition. The downside is there won't be as many nice homes to look at either. The bottom line here is that you need to know what's going on with your seasonal patterns, as well as current market trends, interest rates, pricing, all of that, so that you know what's going on, how to put your offer together. So let's wrap it up here. So by analyzing comps, factoring days on market, the timing, price changes that the seller might have made, and kind of the buzz around the house or lack thereof, you'll have a much clearer sense of what price number will catch the seller's eye. And there's really no need to gamble when you can use data to guide your strategy. So if you have questions, you want to talk through your options, you want to reach out to me at any time, I'm here to help you feel confident every step of the way. I'm your realtor, Emily Cressey of HomeProAssociates.com, and I'll see you on the next video.